he has in store for us right here. And at the bottom side, it is gonna have and be the green Protoss. It's JackO, and on the top side.
On the top side, it's our Dutch Terran from Team Mouse Control. It's PoYo.
Yeah, but it's yeah, I don't know. That was such a hard position to be in. Which race do you play in StarCraft?
Play Terran.
You play Terran. Okay,
Yes.
that means you have no idea how the Protoss should have defended in that spot either. But you're a good caster, so you probably have some insights.
Well, usually you just park your stalkers at the main ramp and defend the front with a couple of sentries, zealots, and your colossi. Is what I usually face against Protoss.
Also, when you opt to go for the more High Templar openings, you get the feedback, which is really good on the medevacs, of course. Does a lot of damage to them, can pick them off. I think Colossus is like the worst response to a lot of pressure from multiple angles, because one, they're slow, and two, they don't shoot up, so that's not going to be that helpful. Of course, in a straight up fight, they are incredibly good, as they've always been.
Yeah, you can of course decide to go for something like a two-base all-in where you just skip forges, get a lot of gates early on and get your Colossi out early, and when you have like 3 or 4 with range, you just go and you just make like pure Stalker Colossus to counter the Vikings and just slowly pick it in at the front. I think that's such a strong build, especially if you have a Mothership Core, but it doesn't seem to be that popular anymore since Heart of the Swarm.
No, but it doesn't seem to be that popular. Now we do have a guess from PoYo. Is he gonna try anything with some mines or maybe a Reaper to scout it out? We'll see what he does with that gas. And JackO's gonna be scouting quite early with the probe once again. We'll see what's up so far. We'll see the barracks and the refinery. It can't really tell him exactly what's going on, but he does know that's not going to be a command center first or anything really economical. Now from JackO we see the gateway's already been put down. He's going to add a cybernetic score. Looks very much like the last game. So I might see the same build out of him twice.
Yeah.
Let's add that to the statistics.
This time actually PoYo going for the factory rather than a reactor on his barracks. I'm not sure if JackO actually saw that. No, he did not, so that's actually quite a big deal. He might be expecting Reapers for all we know. Interesting to note though, I was expecting PoYo, yeah, there we go, go the reactor, so I guess he might have made a mistake, or this is just a slightly different build. I do expect him to go still for maybe an aggressive opener into a very macro build, where the opener is purely for harassment, because PoYo, from what I've seen, and I've hung around him at quite a few tournaments last year, is that he's really focused on his, his macro playstyle, his mechanics, and just outdropping and out-multitasking the Protoss when the 10-11 minute mark hits.
And I'm really excited about that probes that's being moved right now. I think there might be some sort of proxy going on. Yes, I was correct. I was looking at the probe a lot. We see the pylon being placed down. I always like to see that. Gonna have to see what goes on. He only has one assimilator. That makes me really guess for what he's gonna do next. What's your idea on this proxy pylon there?
I think it's just going to be 3-gate pressure at the front. I mean, he is curling out Warp Gate. He's got a Stalker. He skipped his Zealots. So if you can get a quick 3-gate out after you've expanded, you can actually deal quite a bit of damage. Interestingly, from PoYo we have Hellions out on the map, which are going to be scouting around, but not going to catch his proxy, of course. And he's going to go into an expansion straight from there. So this is a kind of like a mecha opening to me, He's getting to Widow Mines, which are, I guess, good for surprise defense. Well, these Hellions actually, are they just going to run into the main? Because there's only one Stalker.
Yep, they're going to run into the main, and they're going to have a really good time with these probes here. He's already putting a few of them. I don't know if that's the right response. Gonna take so much damage. Does surround one of the Hellions. But this is a really good move by PoYo, getting a lot of kills already.
Yeah, he's already managed to kill 6 probes, which is, of course, huge. Second Stalker now manages to pop out, but this Hellion actually escapes with his life, so very good trade here for PoYo, trading 1 Hellion for 6 probes. And now these Widow Mines moving in, which is, there's only 2 Stalkers, so he won't probably be able to DPS down these Widow Mines. If he pays attention, he can just burrow in quickly enough. Yep, this one will stay alive, the other one seemingly trying to cut them off. And yeah, it will live as well. And this means that going out onto the map for JackO is going to be difficult. No.
Oh, nice hit on one of those Stalkers. That meant half of his army, but 3 Stalkers are reinforcing. Luckily for him, now that 3-gate pressure you were pointing out, was what he was going for. He hit the last two gateways in the back of the base, but now he has no detection, no way of spotting these widow mines.
That's no attack.
More are running in, so this is going to be a really awkward position for him. And that offensive play he was going to do isn't going to work out at all.
Well, so far it won't for sure. PoYo defensively moving his widow mines to take out units that want to make their way across the map. I think the amount of stalkers, if from PoYo's perspective, would probably just be defensive. I like the widow mine placement here. He's not being aggressive with them. He's just using them to the whoa, that turnaround. That stalker almost got picked off there.
Yep, and another stalker gets picked off at the front of the base right there. These widow mines are being ever so annoying. If you check the vision from PoYo, actually, you see that he has a lot of widow mines on the map, moving across the map. And these stalkers at the front are trying to pick them up, doing a decent job right now. And yeah, PoYo is getting into a really good position because that, like I said, that early aggression never happened. He got his second base up comfortably right now. He's already attacking behind. He's getting Stimpack, so it looks like he's going to make a bio transition. But the Protoss won't know about this. Like you said, it looked very much like a mech-ish opening. He has a few Marines, but that doesn't really indicate JackO for anything. So he's going to be playing a little bit in the dark. And you got this Widowmine that just shot another thing down.
Rope.
Yep.
So I really like this opening by PoYo. It's something I've never really seen before. Usually they will get Terrans will get a medevac and just drop with Marines like he did in the first game. But this was just a ground move out, which was also effective because there was only one stalker for the Protoss.
Yep. And Widowmine's being very cost efficient, as you can see in the units lost. It's 700 against 200 right now. We just put him in a really good spot for that. Anyway. Oh. There we go.
Sunbug or whatever. Anyway, PoYo is getting into his comfort zone, to say the least. He's ahead economically with mules, of course, and he's gone up to 5 racks and he's producing medevacs. Within a minute or two, we're going to see a move out from him, and then life is going to get a lot more difficult for JackO, who is actually throwing down cannons at both of his bases in anticipation of these drops already.
Yeah, but you see the factory floating over the map. Also, that medevac, yep, I just saw it. I was checking the vision from PoYo, and it did say something was under attack, and I see exactly what was under attack. Now, the front base, however, is not being defended at all right now. These stalkers are going to do a lot of damage. Now, there is still a drop heading towards the base there, but 2 Marauders, 2 Marines, this means an SCB pro, and he's losing a lot right now.
Well, he did lose a lot, but, Marines and Marauders are really good against stalkers, and he has decided to drop it to the main. He's got 3 Marauders and a Marine here. He's going to try to focus down these stalkers one by one, do as much damage as he possibly could. Just picks up and get out of there. So JackO making a good move there, picking off that one medevac and making this drop a lot less deadly than it possibly could have been. But in terms of damage dealt, it's not the end of the world.
No, but it's not the end of the world, but the game looks to be a little bit stabilizing. Now JackO being a little bit afraid after the last game, throwing down a photon cannon in each base. I like that play. It's very safe for Protoss. It will get a few free shots off and do some damage to the medevacs, but the medevacs flying in once again, spots the extra gateway. That's going to give good intel and also might do some damage right here. Now I like it from JackO. He's focus firing. The medevac goes down, and these units are lost right now.
Yeah, they were being pretty much trapped. Trying to trade as cost efficiently as they can. Might actually take this stalker. Kind of unnecessary for JackO if he had microed a bit better there. But he does put an end to this harassment once for now. But we do have a big move in at the front from PoYo, trying to get as much damage done at the front as possible.
Yep, I don't know about this position for JackO right now. He does have the Mothership Core in the front. If it's going to be an attack from the front, we will see the Photon overcharge being useful, but this army just looks so ever so scary by PoYo right now.
Yeah, I mean, he scans at the front, sees there's only 2 sentries, goes in, focuses them down instantly like a good player would, and really the forces here from JackO just seem lackluster. There is Photon overcharge going on this Nexus, but he just runs in. Apparently he doesn't, oh yeah, he forgets that Mothership Core is couldn't force field, and GG's out. PoYo takes this game once again convincingly after a very interesting opening start.